has to find strength and hope. He suffered a ruptured brain aneurysm and a stroke when he was just 3 years old. Doctors had no idea how independently he would be able to function after that. But now, at 24, Greg Wagner has beaten the odds. He continues to do so despite his disability, continues to fulfill his passion for life and for running as well. And Greg joins us now to share his inspirational story. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Allison.
Now, okay, the race is Monday, but Friday you leave. You're going up to Boston.
Yeah.
Tell us what you hope to do up there.
Well, I'm going up a little early just to be able to relax before the race and everything. But I ran Boston 2 years ago, and I had somebody cut me off. And I was on pace to run a personal best time. I was on pace to run about a 3-hour, 24-minute marathon. So my goal is to go back and finally run my 3-hour, 30-minute marathon.
Right.
So I'm hoping I can do it.
If somebody tunes in right now, they might be, okay, what's the big deal? You know, here's a healthy young guy. He's about to run the Boston Marathon, and you are that. But your story getting to this point has been an incredible one. Born a healthy little boy, and then at 3, what happened?
Well, when I was 3 years old, I was playing in the backyard with my best friend, and literally I just collapsed and grabbed the back of my head, started screaming, and my parents had no idea. And when I fell unconscious, they rushed me to Shady Grove, and
because Greg is local, Damascus, Maryland, in the house. Okay.
Yeah, so they rushed me to Shady Grove, and from there, my pediatrician was rushed to the hospital and everything. And when I wasn't coming to, they finally said that they were going to medevac me to Children's, and my pediatrician actually told my parents when they were putting me on the medevac that okay, they're transferring him to Children's, but he's not going to be alive when he gets there. Don't expect anything.
Oh, how devastating. It's every parent's nightmare. It's unimaginable. We were just showing a picture of really the only physical scar that somebody might be able to detect was the scar that's still there in the back of your head. But other than that, it's impossible to really detect. But you went through all that.
Right. And really what happened was pretty much immediately after I survived the surgery, my doctors and my parents decided together that, okay, if we get him in physical therapy right now, he may be able to regain some of his physical and motor ability. So me being 3, obviously I'm not going to push myself through the pain of that. And I remember that I would fight my therapists religiously. Every day they came, I was fighting them, but I was in physical therapy from the time I was 3 until I was 10. And then it got to the point where my therapist basically said, Greg, I've done everything I can do with you. It's up to you now. They got me in a gym, and I've been in the gym for 15 years now.
And here's the end result. And what message do you hope to send to people watching?
Well, really the thing is that what's happened with me is through running, losing weight, and getting myself to a point where nobody outside of the medical profession can see my disability, is the fact that people with disabilities, and even people in general who aren't physically disabled, feel that certain things are impossible to do. And really what I've realized is that the only thing that holds you back is the fact that you're doubting yourself. So I've basically realized that anything I want to do is truly possible to do, and that's pretty much the lesson that I've been living my life with.
Do you have any lingering challenges that you still have to deal with?
Yeah, well, my whole right side is physically and neurologically damaged. So really, if you draw a line down the right side of my body, the right side has a constant streaming tingle, which basically feels like when your foot is either falling asleep or coming out of that state. But it's the only way I've known my body to be. So for me, it's normal.
And you've actually written a book that you're hoping to finish and get out there. Tell us about that.
Well, I finished the book, and really what I'm hoping to do now is that I'm hoping to...
There's you at 3, Children's Miracle Network, poster child, as cute as you can be. Go ahead, tell us about the book.
But the book is really about the lessons I've learned through the surgery and overcoming my disability. And what I've done with the book is explain it in experiences that you live with. So you know exactly what I went through and realize that, hey, I've lived through something similar in my own life. And he's overcome it, and the fact that I have overcome it, I explain how I've done so. So the whole book starts off as my story, but in the end, it's like, oh my gosh, now it's Allison's
It's my story, right?
Yeah. So,
Right.
and you know, like I said, I take people through my whole life, and the whole book is just the lessons I've learned. And I figure if I've gotten myself this far, that's a lot of knowledge I've gained.
Sure.
And knowledge is worthless unless it's shared. And this is the best way that I can think to share it.
We wish you nothing but continued success. If you
Thank
want to
you.
follow Greg, too, he's got a website. It's GregWagnerDetermination.com. But, hey, we'll make it easy. Link it to MyFoxDC.com for you. Okay, we hope you beat your personal best.
Thank you,
We
Allison.
want to know all about it.
All right.
Okay, thanks so much, Greg Wagner. Tony, over to you.